Ben, how deflated do you feel after that today?
Yeah, it hurts and it's frustrating to lose a game of football. I'm a terrible loser. I just said that to the boys in there, and I was a terrible loser as a player, and at times that come out in the wrong way. So I have to try and be very calm as a manager, very level-headed, and not let my emotions get the better of me. But the boys know how I feel, and I know the group of people I've got, so I'm pretty sure that they'll be hurting as much as me, and we get an opportunity Tuesday night to hopefully bounce back.
How concerned are you now when you started to look over your shoulder as well now in the table?
I just said to the boys in there, like when I always come and speak to you guys after a game, it's straight away after speaking to them as players. I don't think we're in a relegation battle, but sometimes you have to have a mindset of being that way, because it's quicker you get your head round, well, we're losing games, we need to turn it around, the better. The last two games, we haven't taken our chances and we've been punished. They're the facts of the game. It's 4 losses on the bounce, but Hartlepool, and there was people that travelled with us to Hartlepool and went all the way up there, we was depleted, so it's a couple of the defeats we've had for one reason or another. But when you lose football games, it's the same when you win football games. You've just got to get yourself through it, and you have to, when you win games, confidence grows. When you lose games, unfortunately, it's the way it is in life. You get a little bit down on yourself, and you think you can't find a win from somewhere. But what I know as being a player and now a coach, a manager, whatever it will be, is you have to stick together and you have to work hard to turn it around, and that's certainly what I'll do, and I know I've got a group of boys that will do that as well.
Were you frustrated with the response in the second half, like early on after half time?
No, not at all, no. There wasn't no lack of fight or commitment, but the damage was done in the first half, because if you're 2-0 down, a team can sit with everyone behind the ball and counter, and fair play to them, that's what I would have done if I was 2-0 up and we was in control of the game. So there wasn't like the boys weren't trying to make things happen, they was, I said I could have made change at half time, but I wanted to give the group that I've spoke to and, had a few choice words with at half time a chance to go out to start the second half to do something about it. When it wasn't working, then I started making some changes, and them changes nearly within a minute led to us, getting a goal back. And if that would have gone in, who knows what would have happened? But unfortunately for us, it didn't.
How good is it to have Rob Atkinson back now, though, in the team?
Yes, of course. Look, it's brilliant to have him back. If you want me to be honest, he wasn't at his best today, especially first half. But he hasn't played since his last game for us, Aldershot. So, especially he grew into the game. He was much better second half than he was first half. But that's natural. He hasn't even had a chance to train with us. He arrived back with us today. A lot's happened to him in a short space of time. It's just amazing to have him with us. And give us another defensive option. But he certainly grew into the game. And it's just great to have him back. Of course it was. We worked really hard to get him back, and thankfully he is now. And
just to preview Aldershot, what kind of boost would that give everyone to get a massive 3 points on Tuesday under the lights?
Yeah, of course it will. And it's I've just had to warm down, take the boys over, so clapping our fans, and a few of the fans have said a few choice things to the players, this, that and the other, and I've spoke to them, and I understand. Although I'm a manager, I've been a player and I've been a football fan as well. I was a massive Arsenal fan when I was younger, so I get fans' emotions, of course I do. And there was a question of commitment, caring, all them sorts of things. If you got your local rival on a Tuesday night, there's one way to show people that you do care and you're all right for a fight and you're all right for the battle. That's the only way to do it. So it's a good opportunity to play against Aldershot on Tuesday night. They beat us at their place, deservedly so. So Tuesday night under the lights at the Silver Lake, the boys have got to respond. They have to respond. I respond with them like I always do. Where there ain't no changing with me. When last year when we was winning football games, and now we've had a bit of a tricky patch. I don't change my personality because I have to be a certain way with them all the time. If I get carried away myself, then they can get carried away and they've got an excuse to make. If I get really down now and downbeat and then I'm not doing my job properly as a manager, and I'm certainly not going to be like that. Got to stay level-headed with them, make sure they keep working hard, make sure that they know it's not acceptable to lose games of football. I said to them at half-time, and I said it after, you show me someone that's happy losing games of football, and I'll show you a loser, and that is one thing that I will never be as long as I'm involved in football. And I can speak on behalf of the group, I know not like that either, but we have to respond Tuesday night now.